Welcome to the channel, folks. Clunkers and Classics. We're still working on the 78 Nova, but I think I accomplished all the major mechanical stuff. Started off bad engine, 3 push rods bent, running rough, running on 5 cylinders. Got that fixed. It actually runs pretty good now. Got a little bit of a shake, but not really noticeable. Can't really feel it in the steering wheel or nothing. It's okay. It's good enough. Quiet. Doesn't knock, rattle, tick, or nothing. Then I changed the transmission. Just put in a used transmission that I had, so the thing runs and drives. But then it had no exhaust from the manifolds back, nothing. Somebody had taken the whole system off. So put new headers on it, pipes, and 1-chamber mufflers. How good you can see under there, the emergency brake cables. Oh, that needs to go on my list too. It's just kind of hanging there. The brakes work. That's another thing you need to put on the list. You need to take off all the tires and check all the brakes. They work, but I just want to check the pads, check, you know, rotors and the grooves in the rotors and the drums and stuff like that. I think it's good enough right now to be putting around. So what's the goal of it? I got a laundry list of stuff to do. I'll go over here in a minute and maybe try to put it up for sale as is, but I'm afraid that it might be a little bit too high for anybody to buy it. Originally I was thinking $2,500, but I put a couple $100 into it on the exhaust system and everything, so I'm thinking like closer to $3,000 by the time I'm done with all this laundry list of stuff. So that's where it's at right now. This video, I'm not sure what's coming in. I got some parts ordered, little stuff. Got some LED headlights. They're like $30. I know some people are probably, oh, you should have put these ones on, or I don't like them. Well, they're better than burned out bulbs. In fact, I need to kind of wiggle the wires around, check the wiring, because they don't work. The park lamps and everything work, but the headlights don't. So I'll get to them. But I got some LED ones, which I may put on my silver 78 over there and just take them headlights, which work, and put them on here. Either or. Okay, so we got them coming, that to do. The tail lights I mentioned in the last video, I ordered 2 sets, but one set is coming from China, directly from China, so it may take a few weeks. The other set I ordered are 2 sets of 2. We're going to put 2 4-inch round lights in the back, because these factory ones are way too much. And these Novas are not worth going back to everything pure factory or anything. It's not a concourse build. It's more a function. So they may be in, who knows, soon. A couple days, I don't know. This video may take about a week, because it's going to be off and on stuff. I got some other stuff to work on, other stuff to do. So whatever I get done in a week, off and on, is going on this video. But that may be the biggest thing, because we're going to get some metal, grind that down, and I may have to take this bumper and this filler. Well, I'm afraid this filler here might just disintegrate if I try to take it off. The front one's like that too. But anyway, I gotta weld in this up solid, and then mount 2 round ones in there, and this side too, so it matches. Okay, that's one thing. What else? I put some rust stuff on in the trunk. I should have opened that up, but we'll worry about that. I'm thinking about painting the inside of the trunk all black. I got black paint. I'm trying to do stuff that's doesn't cost anything that I got laying around. I need to get it up on ramps out here, use the pressure washer, and clean all the underside. It's all muddy looking, not mud, dust, whatever you want to call it. And I want to pour 15 some of the areas underneath the floor mainly. So I need to clean all that off. I got a little bit of pour 15, enough to do them floorboards and protect that. So that's another thing I need to do. I may take off all this chrome here. See, there's some remnants of the vinyl roof. Just take off all this stuff here. Probably gonna have to take off this chrome to get at this, because well, there's a piece there for it. Because I'm not gonna find any of this chrome to put this back together as the custom concourse edition type deal. And like I mentioned, some people, oh, just take that piece off. Yeah, well, I don't have anything to put over it. It's supposed to have other the window trim for the base Nova and the grill part here. You can't just take this stuff off and leave it off. It'll look stupid. So I don't have anything to put back on it. So we'll just take this trim and stuff off. Maybe fix this rust when it comes time for body work, which probably won't be this video. See, you can't just take this off easily. If you're going to take it off, you got to leave it off because it's all bonded or something of these screw holes. So you'd have to bust all this apart just to get it all off. You'd pretty much ruin it taking it off. I don't know if I want to leave it off or just thinking about just like a black, flat black, hot rod black, the whole thing. So yeah, that trim, this trim here, probably all rust underneath there. Got some black something underneath there. Anyway, take that stuff off. Just leave it off. Put it on eBay for 500 bucks. No, it's all shitty looking. No, these pieces probably aren't bad. These corners are bad. Okay, we'll get to the engine. I haven't ordered it yet. I'll probably order another air cleaner. I don't know. I could probably use that one, I guess. New filter. They're just so expensive now. Like 30 something bucks for one. Before you could get one for, with a filter and everything, pretty damn cheap, like 15 bucks. Cheaper than, or just almost as cheap as going down to AutoZone, O'Reilly's, and buying a new filter. But now they've doubled in price. I don't know why. Okay, I haven't ordered one yet, and I haven't ordered a gauge. I want a 3 gauge set. I probably got a bunch of gauges. I know I got a new manual thermostat 1. But I need the little three deal. They mount them in, and we'll put that in. Maybe I'll have one. Maybe I do have one laying around somewhere. I just have a hard time finding stuff. I know I got stuff. I can't find it. Like the exhaust hangers. I know I bought like 10 of them, and I use a couple. I don't know where the other 7 or 8 are. But they should be around somewhere. I just cannot find them, and I don't want to spend hours looking for them. I need one exhaust hanger. I'll run up to AutoZone and get it for this left deal there. I just put some strapping tape on it. We'll do that. Let me see here. I haven't checked out a lot of stuff. Just checked out the lights, found out they don't work. I have not checked the wipers. I guess we can check them right now. I'm going to start her up. That's another thing to check. I like to get a steering wheel. The steering wheel is all coming apart, all sticky. Horn work. Oh, horn works. Amazing. The heater button is busted off. When you check on eBay, see if they sell that. They might. This was laying in the floorboard, and I bet thin metal, something to do with the this deal here. It's not dark enough yet, but when you turn on the lights, there's just a couple of dim bulbs right over here. Rest of them are all burnt out. And I don't know why they left this out, but I don't know if I want to take that all apart or not. It needs a bunch of other stuff that I'm not willing to put the money into yet. Windshield. The interior's just shot. Plastic pieces here are all just disintegrated, but nobody makes them. Sun visors are just shot. Headliner. Might be able to take this headliner out, scrape her down with a wire brush, and get some headliner material, some spray glue, and try to fix that. But to do that, you got to take off all this trim. Now this trim that isn't disintegrated yet will break and disintegrate when you take it off. This trim around the back window, that piece there, and they have what they call one-time use only clips. So there's no way of taking them clips out without breaking this plastic piece above there. So you got to buy new clips. See all these pieces disintegrated. There really isn't no use in doing anything to this interior, at least not right now, unless I had a whole interior to do, or a lot more parts to put back together after I take it apart. Same with that back package tray area there. You got to take all this stuff off to get at that. Take the back seat out. Probably like take the back seat out because there's so much. And there's still remnants of all mouse houses and stuff and mouse traps in here. Just shit everywhere. I'm gonna start buying junk cars again. Hopefully try to get some bucket seats out of a car, put in here, ditch the bench, and if I do that, I will take out the seats and put in new carpet. Won't be this video, but that might be in the future. Could paint these door panels here. Door panels aren't too bad. Paint them black or something. But like I said, I can't do the whole interior. It's got weather stripping. That's why I just like to sell it. Put it up for $3 grand, sell it for $2,800, $2,900, and be done with it. Because it's just not worth putting another, you know, couple of $1,000s into this car. And that's if I can get parts, which I won't be able to. Somebody says, oh, just go down the junkyard and get them. Yeah, well, if I knew where some of these were that had the parts that I need, that wasn't, you know, 2-3 hours away, yeah, I'd do it. But I'd waste a whole day driving down to Dallas or Oklahoma City, hunting through junkyards. I'd spend all day trying to get little nitpicking pieces, and they're all going to be the same. They're all going to be disintegrated. Might find a few pieces I could use, but not everything. So unless I can, you know, I wouldn't mind spending a day if I knew that I could get every single piece that I needed for this car in one day. I'd go and do it. But unfortunately, that's not the way things work. So, you know, like I said, I'll this grill thing and that trim and all the interior pieces and tail lights and, you know, every little piece that I could think of. So it's just about impossible to do that. This is the custom concourse trim here. It's not on a regular Nova. This piece is busted right off. This plastic's busted. I could probably fix that with epoxy, but we'd have to take this trim off. This trim here, it's rusty right on this lip, and the clips, that one's loose, but I think the little clip here is, anyway, we'll probably just take this off and these off and leave it. Probably not this video, but when we're coming up to do some body work and stuff on it, I'll probably do that on another episode. Dechrome this thing, like I said, there and there. We'll patch up. That's the only rust spot on the car. I mean, rust through hole is right on this fender here. We weld in the metal there. That'll be later on doing a if I get that far to do body work. That and these. Well, I don't think this one. These look like holes for something. Anyway, we'd have to patch them up, fender. Okay, let me get the, so, yeah, the engine runs pretty good. This carburetor, it runs good and idles good on another car. Like I said, this one just shakes a little bit, but it accelerates good and everything. But something's wrong with the linkage or something, and the secondary 4-barrel doesn't open. So I don't know what I'm going to do about it. Maybe buy another $150 Chinese knockoff Quadrajet to put on there. I don't know. I'd probably just sell it like this. But if I keep it, see, that's the thing. If it don't sell, then I'll probably just keep it and we'll go ahead with the body work and, you know, some other stuff. Got these two green wires here. I meant to fix them last time. They actually just go to the AC right here. This for the AC compressor, which I'm not going to put back on. I got it. Goes right here, but I'm missing the bracket that goes from the intake over to hold it. It was missing. So the compressor and the belt, I got it, but I'm probably just going to put it in the trunk. But that's the AC electrical for it. That's what that is, but I want to fix that so it looks decent. Okay, did everything on the new headers, spark plugs, spark plug wires, distributor, all that. And I bought the shorter Bosch spark plugs so they don't hit. I think if you use regular spark plugs, they will hit on 2 or 3 spots. Like this one here. How good you can see. You use a longer plug, the spark plug wire would hit that header. And if I think maybe that one, and I think this number 1 on the other side, they will hit. And eventually, you'll just burn off your spark plug wires. So I got the shorter plugs, and I didn't think I had any boots. I ordered some, but I did have one set that I bought for the El Camino. These are, in fact, I think the price went down. The last set I bought was like 10 bucks a set. I ordered a couple more sets, and they were like $7.99 or something like that, $7.69. Okay, so they're like fiberglass or whatever, and you just put them around the spark plug end there and plug it in, and this helps from melting, stuff getting melted. So I got a set of them. We'll put them on here shortly. There's no battery tray in here. And this battery's too big. I put this little thing here to keep it from melting against the radiator. I'm gonna hunt around for a battery tray. I had one laying around here, but I think I used it on who knows what. That's another thing that goes up. They used to be 15, 20 bucks. Now they're double that. Same with this. 37 bucks for that. So anyway, I need to order a battery tray or hunt around on my junk cars and see if I can find one, but the later models are all plastic and stuff. Need a nice metal one. It doesn't have to be specific to the Nova. I can make a bracket or use a couple of bolts or weld it or whatever in there. But we need that situated. I can take a smaller battery that I got in the Malibu and put it in here. This big battery, deep cycle one, I actually use for my winch on my trailer. And I've been using it for this car, for the truck over there, for the Scooby-Doo van. Just been taking it out and swapping it around. But a more permanent thing in here we'll just use probably out of the Malibu there, and put that smaller battery in. That's a known good one. Just, you know, I'm not buying any more batteries, guys. I used to buy batteries that they're not bad. Well, they probably went up, but they used to be 50 bucks for a top post or side post. The cheapest that Walmart has, they were 50 bucks. I think they're probably 60 or something like that now. But I used to buy them, but they don't last very long, a year or two, and they'll go dead and they won't recharge. So I'm tired of buying batteries. Lately I just been got one side post for like 3 different cars that I swap around, and then I got this one here I've been swapping around. But anyway, you need to fix that. What else did we? Oh, the alternator. The alternator, we can really start this up so you can hear it. Uh-oh. Sounds like a miss now, but okay, so it's a positive. Take the positive off, it dies. It's the alternator, because the alternator light's on. The idiot light's on. So I run out of used alternators. Well, I actually got a couple, but when I was trying them on the Silverado, they were making bearing noise. But then again, it could have been the outline of, or the it could have been the motor itself in the truck that was causing, out of alignment. The belt was out of alignment, making it a bearing noise. But I don't know. I ended up buying a new alternator for the Silverado. So this one I actually the other couple alternators had bearing noise are in here somewhere. I need to kind of sort out all these parts, put them in something, put them in an old van, junk van that I got, put all the power steering pumps. It's another thing. I tried about 3 of them. They all leaked, but I saved them for the brackets and the pulleys. So them, the old alternator, stuff like that, I need to kind of put somewhere. But this one I found underneath here. I'm not sure what it's off of. Some of this stuff under here was all from the 86 Chevy van that I had. Had the distributor and wires and a bunch of stuff that I was keeping them there for the engine and the IROC, but we're finished with that. I know it had a 1 serpentine belt, but anyway, I think that's the alternator for it. And I found it over here the other day. So we're going to try that one. If that don't work, I don't know. I might have to buy a new one, but I'll put the new one on a car I'm going to keep. Put a used one on here type thing. Okay. I know it's a lot of rambling, but I'm just letting you know what we are. Oh, I didn't even bring my list out. Oh, an overflow jug right here. Don't have one. They're 50 something dollars each. I'm not spending that. I have hooked up ones. I don't think I got any more, but I used a Honda one. I looked and looked around for overflow jug for another car a while back, and found one off an old Honda Accord that fit perfect. It was small enough where you could mount it pretty much anywhere. So I'm going to look around. I think I grabbed about 4 of them last time and put them in a box somewhere that I thought might work, and I used the Honda. We're going to see. There isn't much room to put one. But anyway, we need an overflow. I don't like running cars like this. I need an overflow. I need to check the differential fluid. I still haven't done that. Thought I brought that list out with me, but anyway, that's enough to start off with, guys. That's just little stuff and stuff that is coming in the next few days. I even know tomorrow's Sunday and nothing happens tomorrow, so maybe Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday stuff starts trickling in and get some stuff, and then later on tonight I will start ordering other stuff that I don't have yet. Like I said, the battery tray, and just stuff like that. Maybe an overflow jug. They got some aftermarket ones for like 20 bucks, but I haven't used them. I'm not sure. So yeah, that's it, guys. That's how. Oh, the steering wheel. I have a steering wheel. I'll show it to you here later. That was a little rusty, and I took some steel wool to it, but I don't have the horn kit for it. Like I said, the horn works on this, so be a good one to test and make sure that it's going to work. But I'm not spending 120 bucks on a new wheel and installation kit and all that stuff. So I'll figure out something. Wipers. There's the wiper motor right here. We'll check. There's the wires. The motor is supposed to goes over top of here. But anyway, we can wiggle them around and see if they work. You know, things sat up for 25 years, so anyway, I'll get my electrical tester and we'll test that. Make sure there's power going to it. Okay, guys, well, I think that's about it. I'll get started and I'll come back and show you what I got done, and anything else I could think of that we need to do to this. Just trying to get, I'd like to get all that stuff I just mentioned fixed before we even think about doing body work or interior. Get all the little knick-knack stuff done and all that. Okay, guys, so I'll be back. Okay, guys, change the alternator over. There it is, stays running. One little job done. So I marked the old one here as NFG, and we're gonna put this in a pile. I've been gathering a bunch of stuff from over there, some in my shop. Got all this stuff here. I was looking for my old alternators. There they are. They're the ones that were on this, I tried on the Silverado, and they bearing noise. So anyway, like I said, I'll keep them around for parts and stuff, little brackets, and same with all these power steering pumps. I think are all leaking, but save them for brackets. So all this stuff's going to go in the old mobile home that's about to, a tree fell down on it, crushed half of it. But this half's good. We're going to put it in there. And there it is, the old steering wheels and stuff. And it'll just make more room to throw more junk over here. But got the burn barrel going over there. Been burning a bunch of the old oil and transmission fluid containers and trying to gather up some more stuff. I'd like to put these intakes over there too. Carburetors, want that intake. Bunch of other stuff, but got a big old stack of boxes. I've been burning them, some of them. But anyway, I'll be back with something else. Okay guys, fix those wires I was telling you about to the AC. Couldn't get the headlights to work. I couldn't get no power to them. Kept plugging them in and out, nothing. I took the ground wire, was up under here, rusty, and cleaned up the deal and that, mounted that there. Then I took the dimmer switch, unplugged it, and took off the connections here. Can't. Right here. Took that apart because I got it to flicker a little bit. And then I thought, well, I need a new dimmer switch. And I thought, well, let me just take it apart and clean it. So I cleaned it with some sandpaper. So, turn the lights. See the lights reflecting there on that cardboard. I'm gonna get my foot in here. There's high beams, low beams, high beams. So they work. I guess I'll just leave them in there then. And like I said, I bought some cheap LED ones, but I'll save them for another car. My other 78 or the 72 Nova or even the 74 GTO, they're all the single headlights. Now we got a problem that none of the taillights work except for this up here, which is supposed to be, I don't know how dark that is. Let me grab my light. Supposed to be a reverse light right there, or a license plate light right there. It's missing. But anyway, that's what that bulb's for. So none of these rear taillights work. I don't know if they're not ground. No, it's burnt out. Oh, there it goes. There's power to it. I don't know if I got enough. That's reverse anyway. Oh, nothing in that one. I used up so many of them bulbs, I don't think I got any left. Well, these ones are right in here. Well, you can see right in there. Alright. That one and that one. Anyway, let me mess with these bulbs. Let me see if I can get them to work. I don't know if you can see it. We got that lit up. Oh, that's high. Yeah, that is high beam. The high beam indicator works. Off. The I don't know if you can see that, but it's with the switch all the way on one side. Well, there is. Anyway, there's a little bulb there, and I just noticed it. There's a bulb there. You can see it. See it go dim. I hit the switch. So there's a whole bunch of lights missing in there. Bunch of other electrical problems. I had the four ways work, but the indicator for right is out. And then there was no flasher switch in the fuse block. That's understandable with the rear lights out. So let me just put that off. And then there was a fuse missing for, I thought it said heater. Completely missing, so I put one in there, but this doesn't work. I mean, you can stick a little screwdriver in there and turn that fan switch, but it doesn't do anything. You know, move this down and nothing. So something's up with that. But anyway, just out here screwing around. Let me mess around with them. I just left the parking lights on. These ones work. Let me mess with the rear ones, see if I can get them to work. Well, we don't really need them to work, do we? Because we got the LEDs coming. Yeah, maybe I'll just wait on that. Okay, let me move on. Oh yeah, I fixed some wires. I use this stuff I buy off eBay, little connectors, and connect them in there and use a heat gun. Heat it up, and that solder right there in the middle will melt. Join the wires together, heat that up, and it just snugs on the wire. So that's what I used. That's what I used on here, there and there, and the other side. I hooked up a PVC hose. I had some new hose. I stuck that on there. Got the alternator working. I meant to look for a battery tray. I probably don't have one. But anyway, I'll be back. Okay guys, next day. I'll show you what I got. What I did last night. Got the boots on all the spark plug wires. They're a little bit hard to get on because of the curved deal. If they were straight plug wires, it'd be easier, but it just takes a little time to get them on there. So they're all on there. Had this air cleaner from another car. It was all rusty. I put a little steel wool on there, but it's got the nice air cleaner, the washable one. So anyway, I put that on there. Just hooked up a hose for the PCV and the deal here, a little vent. So I think that's probably about it. Okay, rounded up this from an S10 Blazer. It might be a little bit too big or whatever, but we're going to cut it to fit, because I'm not spending a bunch of money buying a new one. Okay, this is the overflow. These are the ones I like. This off of Toyota Sequoia. And back there, we'll mount that somewhere in here. We'll get the battery situated in there and then mount that somewhere. Oh, the windshield washer. Remember I said that this, I guess this would be a universal wiper motor. I haven't checked the power going to this yet, because the wipers don't work. But the wiper, or the motor to squirt the fluid out should be right in here. But as I was messing with this, it's got a little motor on the bottom of this. I don't know if I can find one that's just gonna fit in here perfectly. It's gonna be hard to find, and I'm not spending 37 bucks on a new one. But I'm not too worried about it. It just looks shitty. But anyway, fixing to drive it over here, put it up on the ramps on the grass, get under there with a power washer, clean all that dirt stuff off the bottom so I can pour 15 it. I got some paint. Well, I hope I got some left. Probably not. Probably have to spend another 15 bucks on a can of exhaust paint and paint around them welds, so I don't want them to rust when I power wash it or when it's being driven on the road. So I'll probably do that first. Anyway, I just got them little things to do right now. Yeah, that's the thing, guys. You know, some YouTubers will just do a video on a car, get it running and do some donuts or burnouts, and then that's it. Well, it's way more than that building a car. It's all this little stuff you should get fixed, especially if it's going on the road. Getting the headlights working, wipers working, overflow tank, battery tray, just a bunch of little shit. And that's probably what we're doing this video. Other than I'm hoping them taillights come in so we can at least get a big win on that. I think that's about it. Yeah, I mentioned before I'd recheck this VIN number because it's been a while. It's been over a year. But the, the U designates a 305 two-barrel. These cars did come with a 350. I didn't think they did. I figured this maybe 75, 76s did. I didn't think a 78 would, but yeah, you could get the 78. I think it's 170 horsepower. Somebody commented it was 160, and then I read 170, so I don't know. But we don't know what year this motor's out of. Definitely not out of this car because it is a 350. 76 to 79 truck motor, so we don't know. And then how much horsepower did the headers and true dual exhaust add? We don't know. We're probably probably pushing 200 horsepower. Air cleaner, non-EGR, stuff like that. So we don't know if it's got a cam in it. That little bit of a shake, that could be a cam. I don't know. And yeah, I mentioned I was gonna do a recompression test on it there, but I don't feel like taking all that stuff off again to do a compression test. It's gonna, and what am I gonna do if they are low? So what? It's just gonna be left just like this. I'm not gonna be doing another tearing anything else down with it. So runs good enough. Runs good enough to sell, and hell, I'd drive it the way it runs. It runs good. There's a little bit of a shake. Oh well. Okay guys, I think that's about it. I'll come back when I'm doing some port 15 and get this stuff mounted, and I want to put some port 15 on that battery tray once I cut it to fit. And I got to round up my smaller battery. I don't know where that thing is at. I was thinking I had it on the Malibu, but the Malibu side post, I don't know where the hell that thing is. But I had a nice little small battery that was good. Anyway, I'll be back. Okay guys, I've just been using my power washer here to try to get underneath the best I could, but went over it. There's so much dirt and crap. I must have done this 10 times. Watch this, the 11th time it'll still be dirt coming up through here. Not as bad, but anyway, just cleaning a bunch of that crap off of it. 25 years, been sitting 25 years, so trying to get all the dirt up from underneath all this chrome and stuff, because that'll be coming off here at some point, I think. Yeah, anyway, we'll let that dry for a little bit and bring her over here, put her up on the ramps, and pour 15 that underneath. I did have a little bit of this expensive 15 bucks at AutoZone. I just went around the welds on it. It's supposed to be, 2,000 degrees. So anyway, yeah, that's the plan. I'll bring it over here, put this stuff on, pour 15 underneath, and we'll go from there. I'll be back. Little scooter's coming in handy. Just went down the yard, got a couple of dead batteries. Gonna bring them to O'Reilly's. They give you $10 store credit for each one. I looked around for that small top post that I had that was good, and I think this was it. I think it died. I had it over by the battery charger, and it's bad. But yeah, I need a little one, kind of like that. But that's dead, so we're taking at least them 3. I got a couple of more, but I'm leaving them in cars with good engines so I can jump them, and they'll start for somebody that wants to buy the engine, want to hear it run. But I think I got a couple more batteries around. But anyway, it's five limit a day. So if you get 5 of them, $50 store credit. I need to go down there and get that one exhaust hanger, few other little things. I'll probably do that here in a little while when the weather's back up in the 90s. So can't do too much in the heat of the day. So anyway, gathered up some more stuff here. I think later tonight I'm gonna put all this stuff in the shed. Got a couple more exhaust manifolds and another power steering pump that was in the back of my dually, and then we're going to put all these carburetors and intakes in there. So people that say, oh, clean up your shop, well, I'm going to get this pile plus this stuff and put it in there, but it ain't going to look like it's any less cluttered. You know what I mean? It still looks like a mess, but it's something anyway. I'll be back. Okay guys, back out here. Avoided the heat of the day. Just checked the mail. So got 8 of these clips, carburetor clips, $6.83 shipped, tax and everything. It's getting kind of dark, and that's a clip there, so that'll stay on there now without using the vice grips. Haven't hooked up the kick down. We're not going to worry about that right now. Okay, was up on stands pressure washing it, went to start it, click, 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 check the battery's good. It was making a loud click. So got up underneath there, and the solenoid for a starter was I thought it was broke. It was kind of like that, a little bit crooked, and I was moving it. Like, ah, shit. So I took the starter solenoid off, had another one from this starter, put it on, but I noticed it was missing a bolt. Whatever bolt goes through here, there's one there and one there. One was missing, and the other one probably came loose, and it was just kind of moving. So I could have probably fixed it, but I just went ahead and put the other solenoid on there. So anyway, got that fixed. One step forward, one step back. Okay, thought this was a pair of headlights, but it's only one. These were the, I don't know what they, $30 for a pair, but they only sent one. So I'm gonna have to recheck the auction, make sure that it said pair, which I know it did, and message them. Anyway, here, I think they'd look pretty good, but we don't need them for this, but I'll use them for either the 78 silver or the orange 72. Okay, 2 pairs of basically trailer taillights. We'll just set them up there. It looks like you gotta do a circle hole to fit that thing in there. This is a little rubber gasket, but you know, we can figure it out. So let's push this out of the way. Like I said, we gotta wait a while for the rectangular ones to come in, but I don't know, something like I'm not gonna be able to get it in, guys, unless I put it up there with masking tape or something. You know, put them apart, put them together, put them one end, put them the other end. I don't know, I think the rectangular ones are gonna look a lot better. See, I didn't care about buying these ones. I could always use them for a trailer. I got a couple of trailers I could always use them for, or another car. Scooby-Doo van. we haven't checked the wiring of the lights or anything in that thing yet, but we'll get around to it. So I don't mind having some spare lights. Yeah, I don't think I'd probably like the round, but they're gonna be better than spending 500 bucks on one tail light. And we'll wait for the rectangular ones coming directly from China. Like I said, probably a couple of weeks they'll be in. We'll save that for another video, I guess. Okay, I think that's about all I want to talk about. So right now, I did get it up on the ramps. Going to pour 15 underneath. Take this battery out, mount that battery tray, pour 15 that while we're at it, mount the overflow, and see if I can round up a smaller battery. I didn't run out to O'Reilly's and cash in them batteries yet. I'll actually need a battery to trade in at Walmart if I go buy a new smaller battery. I don't have very many good top post batteries. Well, I got a few. There's a good one in the Nomad, but it's big like this one. There's one in my 82 El Camino. I'll have to check that. If I can find a smaller one, we'll take it out and put it in here for now. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, this battery tray I had to modify it a little bit. This one lines up good. I cut that out of there, made it that much shorter, and then welded the tab that was on the end of this onto that. And I think she'll fit pretty good. Now, got a hole right there and a hole right there where these thread into. Like that. They're rusty, but go in there like that, and that's the one I had to modify. Just go right in there like that, and then I'll probably just drive one down to a self-tapper right in the middle here, and that should battery fits across there and right to this lip, a little bit away from the radiator, should fit. I took the I wanted one a little bit skinnier. This is out of my Chevelle. I'm fixing to charge it up, see if it's any good. It's 19, it's 5 years old. But it's an inch shorter than this one. But I wanted it about an inch wider. But anyway, that fits in the tray. So, let me, I'm going to go ahead and pour 15 this whole area. I'm going to scuff it down a little bit, scuff that down, paint it, pour 15 in all this area here, all around in here, and might as well do it while I'm at it. All in here. So yeah, let me do that and bolt that thing on there, and then use the rest of the pour 15 for underneath the floorboards, and then figure out where we can mount this overflow. I'll be back. Okay guys, got this area all painted up. Put the 2 bolts right in there. I didn't put one in the middle. It's pretty strong. Okay, got the overflow. I just put the 1 bracket. It's just a self-tapper that I had. It's not going to move or anything, so I got to put a new hose there. Little clamps won't fit all the way around, but anyway, it's got an overflow in it that should clear the battery. Well, I think the battery is up to here. Well, I wonder if that's going to stick out too far. We'll find out. I took this battery out of the 69 Chevelle. I keep getting different readings with my battery tester. I'm put it on fast charge, tested it. It was like 34% good, 50% charged, all that stuff. And then I'll unhook it for a while and have a different reading. Out of about 4 readings, I had one that said replace. We'll see what this says. The last one I did a couple hours ago was, oh, now reads 72% healthy, 98% charged, good battery. So we'll see. I just had it on fast charge. I had it on fast charge and then off, then slow charge, then off, then fast charge, and now it's off. So we'll see what happens overnight. I'm going to hook it up to install it in the car, and we'll see what happens tomorrow morning, if it'll go dead. Okay, went to, what did I do with it? I just had it. It's the only exhaust hanger AutoZone had. That's it, just one out of all the stuff. So I'm fixing to put that on because I just temporarily put a strap on this left side, so I didn't have any. So you let me put that on there. We'll jack up the back end and check the diff fluid. I got port 15 under there. Put a little port 15 here too. Just kind of up under the floorboards where it was a little bit rusty. Rest of the floor's kind of got a coat of grease and oil and crap on there from, you know, being 40, 50 years old. So what is it, 46 years old? So yeah, I definitely want to check the rear end fluid, put that hanger on there, then I'll be back. I got about half the list done, but maybe we'll just hook up these taillights. I'll back the car around facing this way and see how them taillights look. The other ones, it says October 8th, which is quite a couple weeks away. Maybe here earlier, maybe here later. We don't know. But it's not going to be for a while. So I may hook up the round ones for now, just see what they look like. See if the wiring works and all that. So other than that, getting all the little stuff done. Okay, I'll be back. I put 4 of them in there to see what it would look like. I think it'll be too much, but I'm not sure. I think we're just going to wait for the rectangular ones, but we're going to hook up 1 or 2 of these. See if we can figure out what goes to what. Well, I got the thing, but it's anyway, figure that out. Got up underneath here to do the hanger, and here's the fuel sender wire right here, and here's the ground for it here. So maybe the rats got it or something. This fuel tank does not leak because I put about 5 gallons in a few times, but it's got a lot of putty there. I don't know what happened. A lot of scrape marks here, so I don't think it was rust. Could have been. This kind of needs to be coated with 415. Look at the dirt daubers up there. Dirt dauber city. Had exhaust at one time. It's got all the hangers here and here and here. Had a full exhaust at one point. Anyway, going to put the hanger like this one. Got to weld it to this and a couple of bolts right there. So let me do that and connect these wires. Hopefully the gas gauge will work. And I don't know what else is going on here. I'd like to raise that shackle down to that, but might do that since I've got it up in the air. Anyway, I'll be back. Oh, I got the battery fit in there pretty good. Started right up. So we'll see what happens. Like I said, probably check it in the morning, then in a couple days to see if it'll stay charged. Anyway, it's in there. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, here's a light and a signal 4-way on just one of them hooked up, so they work. Just seeing how bright it is. I don't think it's real bright. I think it'll be all right. Okay, well, got the gas gauge wires connected, but it still doesn't work. It just goes all the way over. Got the hanger welded on there. I might get under here and pour 15 that. Oh, I checked the rear diff fluid, it was full. Well, it's actually kind of, since it's on an angle, it started leaking out. So I just put the plug back in it, and it's got enough to, may not be filled to the tippy top, but it's, I might put some pour 15. I got a little bit left. Need to order some more. May put some of that on the gas tank. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, I put 2 bulbs in this side. That's factory compared to LEDs. Like I said, I think it'd be better with at least 2 in there. But anyway, I'll be back. Okay guys, there's 2 hooked up. I can't get the left signal to work. Right works. That's the 4-ways that are on there right now. Turn the 4-ways off. Key on. Right. You can hear it click. That's the right side. See, it's working. Oh, this running light here is out. Maybe that's it. And then when I go to the left, the light comes on the dash, but it doesn't flash. And the front signals are good. See, it just stays. Yeah, pretty sure those bulbs are good. Unless it's got a bad ground or something. Anyway, just messing around with them. I thought if I connected that light, because one of the sockets was bad, I couldn't get a bulb to work in the old socket. So I connected that one up, hoping that would make the left signal work, but it doesn't. But anyway, that's kind of what it would look like. Yeah, this is... I just put a bulb in there. I don't know what the deal is. It was, oh, there it is. It has to be wiggled around. Okay, I'll be back. Okay guys, I'm going in for the night. Got this sanded down. I'm going to paint all this black in here. Yeah, I've been knocking stuff off the list, but then adding stuff on. Such as trunk weather strip. That's shot. Need that. Need the little hook holds the spare tire right there. I used all mine up. I bought 4 or 5 of them, but I used them all. Need one of them. Need the license plate light lens housing thing. Just stuff gets added to it. That's the problem with these cars there, when you're gonna try to sell it as is, and just like, you know, trying to do some stuff for free, like paint the trunk, and then I see all this other stuff and it's got to be fixed. But anyway, I'll be back tomorrow. I took it down off the ramps, and I thought, well, shit, I forgot to, I got carried away on the trunk, and I forgot about the painting the gas tank, but we'll do that tomorrow, I think. Paint the inside of the trunk underneath the gas tank. I got a little bit of Pour 15 left, so I'll be back tomorrow. Okay, guys, I want to show you this video sponsor. I was just wrapping up the video, waiting for a sponsor to send some stuff. I got a bunch more stuff coming, guys. Some cool stuff, but this one is a Yesper. It's an air compressor and jump starter. I really do like these ones. I've gotten one from another sponsor, and I do like the all-in-one type thing. So this is the box it came in and everything. Very, very simple to use. You just plug the cables in and click boost, and well, you put them on there and it says correct or your reverse, so you can't get the positive negative mixed up. And then just click boost and it's ready to go. Charging cord, and then your air compressor hose, and you click it on here. It's just about charged up. I didn't read all the instructions, but it's got a light on it too. Flashing light. Okay, I was just trying to find the they'll usually have a car, basketball, soccer ball, and then a bicycle stuff. So what we want is car. So and you click that on there. Okay, let's go over to the Nova, and you got some adapters here. So here's an adapter for a sports ball stuff. Okay, let me go over to the Nova, because I took the good battery out and put it in the Silverado. Like I said, I got a shortage of batteries. Been trying to charge up dead batteries. None of them are any good. The ones I tried so far. These are stack of dead soldiers right there, plus a couple more, one there. So yeah, and one in the Nova. I believe it's still in there. So anyway, we'll test out the jump part of it on the Nova. So I'll be right back. Okay, I do have a battery in it. It's all tightened up, new terminals, but it's dead as a doornail, I believe. Oh no. Yeah, dead. A little bit of a click. Okay, so let's put on the booster box here. You just plug it in there, stick it here. Negative. Positive. Says correct. Okay, well, I click boost. Let's see what it does. There it is. Okay, she works. Okay. I'm gonna take this off, and we're gonna go air up a tire on the Avalanche. Be right back. Okay, guys, the Avalanche has got a very slow leak. I mean, it'll take a month to get half flat. You can see the tires half flat here. So I messed around with these tires when I first mounted them, and where the slowest leak in history is coming from, I don't know, but I'll just air it up every month. Okay, put it on there, clamp it, screw it in here. Let's see what this does here. Okay, there's the little, see the bicycle, soccer ball. What's that? I don't know, 2 different types of cars. We'll put it on there anyway, and then click the... Oh, okay. Let me see if we can... Okay, here we go. We'll put her at about 36. Okay, it's at 14 now. 15. Okay, let me let it run for a minute and I'll be right back. It should turn off automatically at 36. Okay guys, it's at 35. At 36 it should shut off automatically. You can see it aired up pretty good. So yeah, these I'll put the link. There it goes. Shut off automatically. That on there, cap back on. So I'll put a link and everything in the description, and yeah, everybody should have one of these in your trunk. And you got the cord on there to charge it, USB cord. That's why I've been starting to put those USB port charger cigarette lighter things. They're only like $6 or something, $5 on eBay. Starting to put them in all my cars. And that way you're not stuck with a dead battery. If it loses some charge, and just plug it in your power supply. Okay guys, well that's it. Back to the video. Okay guys, I sprayed some black paint in here. So I already had that rust treatment underneath of it there, or just on the rust spots. So that's just some regular black car paint. And then I brushed on some what I had left of my Port 15 right there. I'd probably like to do the rest, but I don't know. That gas tank bugged me. Okay, there's that one steering wheel I had. I think that come off the 72 Nova when I got it. It was all rusty here. I could paint that black, but I don't think I got the right things to hook that up. I might try it though. For this one here is just too sticky and stuff. What else? The battery is no good. I hooked a jumper box to it to start it last time. It just comes back as a bad cell. This one's out of the 72 Nova. Had it charging up for a couple hours and it come back dead battery. Replace. So I think I'm going to go on down the line. I think I got one in the Aspen. I don't think I have one in the White El Camino. I don't know about the GTO. But the batteries are staying in these 3 here. So I'll just have to buy one battery and use it for all the cars whenever I want to start them, instead of having these dead ones in there. Let me see. That one headlight, the auction was very deceptive. Had a pair of headlights shown in the pictures, but in the fine print type thing, one headlight, 30 bucks. I immediately sent it back. Well, clicked to return it, and it said free returns. Got the label thing there, and had the post office print the label and send it back to them. 30. There's pairs in there for 32. I checked. I was going to buy another set, but I'm just going to hold off for a minute. We can go see my shed. I loaded all that stuff that was here and a couple of intakes. I think I'm gonna put all the exhaust stuff in here too. But I'll show it to you. Still got an old bed mattress back here. Yeah. Still a bunch of room. And then this the tree fell on the middle here, caved it all in. And probably end up burning all this cardboard. You know, I save boxes in case I need them, but I'll probably clean this all out and burn it. And these is all old, mostly 69 Chevelle parts from when I rebuilt it. And a bunch of other crapola. Anyway, yeah, if I cleaned all that out, well, there's a couple of bedrooms back there too. They're probably okay. It's just right here is where the tree hit. But I can't even walk back there. I don't know. But it's handy to have it so close to put parts and stuff in, because it's just and there's nothing I can do with it. Nothing I can do with it. I tried to give it away for free when it was in good shape. Or not good, but better shape than this. Nobody wanted it, so I can't do nothing but spend about a month tearing it down and burning it and all that, which I'm not going to do. I ain't got time for that. Okay, well, there's a few other things I wanted to do on here. Check the power going to the wiper wires and stuff, but I'll probably hold off on that. I don't even have a good battery. I'm going to have to charge up a few other ones. Surprise, Art. He phoned me last week, said he was coming by, and he never did. Well, he come by today, and we agreed on $11,500 to buy his car back. So he gave me $3,000 down. He said he'll pay me the rest in a couple of months. He's a plumber, so he's doing a bunch of plumbing work. They're big jobs that he said he'll get the rest of the money in a couple of months. Plus he's getting Social Security money or something. I said, listen, Art, I don't want to wait another 10 years. You know, you pulled that on and off for 10 years about you're going to buy parts and you're going to do this and fix it up, and 10 years goes by. I ain't got 10 years to wait. Oh, no, a couple of months. He says, a couple of months. So we'll see. You know, if, 6 months goes by and he doesn't give me any more money, I'll just give him his $3,000 back and say, nah, I'm going to have to sell it. So anyway, I might repaint a couple little spots of silver. I didn't tell him I'm going to do anything else to it, but I might just do a few little things to it. Okay, well, I think that's going to be it, guys. I guess it's going to take a couple weeks to get them taillights, those rectangular taillights, to get here. Maybe we'll make a video of that, of putting metal, doing some body work, putting metal against here. I'm afraid of taking this off, like I said, but block that off, fix that with some Bondo, make some holes for the rectangular ones, and paint all this black or something. And we'll do that on another video, plus get more little stuff done. I didn't bring it out again. I got about half the list done, but I added a bunch more stuff. I ordered a spare tire holder thing, but I didn't want to order one of these. These were, I don't know, 32 bucks or something. Said no. The weather stripping is through the roof. They want 50 bucks for the trunk weather strip. I'm not going to do it. It's all painted, so it's not going to rust. Yeah, I mean, I'd like to go all the way with this, but it's going to be several $1,000s to buy, a steering wheel, weather stripping, just knick-knack parts like that. But yeah, maybe when we come back, maybe we'll take this chrome off. Yeah, maybe that's what we'll do. We'll take all this chrome off here, advertise it, see if anybody wants to buy it. Fix all these rust holes here, and then do that taillight panel, hook up some taillights. And then I think it's going to be for sale, so if anybody wants to buy it, I'm thinking $3,000. No title, you have to file for a title in your state. But if you want me to do title, $500. Costs $420 for a court order title here, and then you got to bring that down and pay your tax, title, and tags, another $100. So about $520. So $500 extra, I'll get you a title. But it's better to do it in your state, and you can probably do it a lot cheaper. There's other ways of getting titles, bonded titles and stuff like that. Some states don't even require title for old cars, but anyway, if anybody wants it, $3 grand, you know, pretty solid car. No rust in the trunk, floors, just surface rust on the tops, and needs interior work, but mechanically it's pretty damn good. Runs good, transmission works good, stops, steers, all that stuff. So yeah, $3 grand and I'll fix the taillights. So if anybody's interested in it, let me know. If not, I may keep working on it and try to, I don't know, if anybody's got any interior pieces, let me know. Stuff like that. I got a P.O. box in the description if anybody wants to send me any parts or anything. Yeah, I need a sponsor. I was watching Pole Barn Garage there the other day, and he's got a battery sponsor. They sent him he said a pallet of batteries. That's what I need. I need a sponsor I'd take a pallet of batteries instead of some of this other stuff. But well, anyway, guys, I think that'll be it, and I'll probably work on the Scooby-Doo van next, or something else. I got so much little stuff to do. Might make a video working on a bunch of little stuff. But anyway, we'll see y'all next video. Thanks everybody for watching.